What's up, everybody? It's Matt Morrison here along with Michael Wolfgang. This is the ATM Bro Show. We're here to talk about NFL football, which should be kicking off here in an hour, man. I can't wait. Bills have the bye week, so my Steelers prime time tonight against the Dolphins. We'll get into that in a minute. But, Mike, how we doing today?
Doing all right. What games are you looking forward to today?
I mean, definitely my Steelers, my Steelers against the Dolphins. Steelers looked really good last week against Brady and those Buccaneers, so hopefully they can ride that momentum into this game. Defense looked good, and they didn't have Fitzpatrick or TJ Watt in that game, and they looked pretty good. And TJ Watt will still be out for he'll be out for a little bit more. I don't think they see any foreseeable return anytime soon. But we've been filling the holes since he hasn't been around. But luckily, I do believe we got Minkah coming back in this game, and he's coming back to Miami. This is a team he was drafted by. I think this is the first time going back to Miami.
I think so, yeah.
So that should be emotional for him. Hopefully, he's amped up and he's ready to go. But Mike, what are your Cowboys going to do? You got, kind of an easier game this week against the Lions, trying to rebound. You're getting Dak back, I believe, right?
It says, yeah, he's back, and he will try to get so I think he's starting. I knew all week they were talking about maybe he was cleared to play medically, but they didn't know if he was going to start or not. So he's back in there. I think it's a good game for him to get back into. I'm not saying it's an easy game, because I do think the Lions aren't as bad as their 1-4 record.
Yeah,
they score points, but they can't defend anybody.
I really feel bad for the Lions. I really do.
Yeah.
I want them to be good. So, but if Dak was in that game last week against the Eagles, I think it would have been a different type of game. I really do. And they get another shot at them on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be something, man. Christmas Eve. That early visit from Santa Claus at the Cowboys. Yeah, if they can pull that off. But let's go here. Let's make some picks. We'll talk about some fantasy football projections as well. Let's go ahead. First game here I see is Falcons Bengals. So let's go ahead and talk about that. I'm going to pull our picks up. Let's see. So Mike, you picked. Who'd you pick?
I believe I had the Falcons.
Yep, you picked the Falcons. I'm looking. Usually they were up here. You picked the Falcons. I picked. Yeah. I think I picked the Falcons too. No, I picked the Bengals. I picked the Bengals to rebound in this game. They're both 3-3. They're pretty evenly matched. Bengals Super Bowl hangover. Period. I know they didn't win it, but they're in it. Rams are going through the same thing. So, but I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I think we're going to get maybe like a field goal decision, honestly, maybe a field goal or 10 points. But it should be a very back and forth type of game. I believe that. Joe Burrow, definitely going to be your main guy here to get some points. What is he projected? He's projected at least 20 points or so. But, Joe Burrow, Marcus Mariota on the other side for Atlanta. Then your running backs too. Look out for Mixon. And then for Atlanta, they don't really have the big type of running back. Tyler Allgeier, I believe he went to BYU, I believe.
Yeah.
Allgeier from BYU. He was pretty fierce at BYU, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But it's going to be a receiver type game again for me, Mike. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, I know he's a tight end, but those guys are going to get a lot of work in. And then for the Bengals, of course, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, who's the other guy? Higgins, T. Higgins, another guy to look out for right there. But it should be a very back and forth type of game. I like games like this. I don't know about you. I think I have a feeling you do too. But it's good to watch a game and be on the edge of your seat and not be like, oh, they're going to lose, Like you'll know by halftime, like somebody's gonna lose if it's 28-3, unless there's a huge comeback or whatever. But we haven't seen that yet. But hopefully we'll see something like that. But I'm pretty sure this game is gonna be pretty even. Mike.
Well, I like from the Falcons part, Matt. I think so far 3-3. If I'm a Falcon fan, I'm happy with that because I wasn't expecting much out of them at all to start the year, and I was questioning the running game a little bit. And it seems like a couple weeks ago when they put in that Browns game, I know the Browns' run defense is pretty suspect, but they've had a good ground game going so far, and I think But the Bengals have the last couple weeks outside of last week against the Saints, they've been pretty good defensively. So like I said, I think it's a good game. Evenly matched game. At least what has happened so far. I think talent-wise, it's obviously on the side of the Bengals, but I like the way the Falcons have been playing. I think they've been playing well.
Yeah, I do too. And I like the Bengals. They're not looking like the team they were last year, but I'm pretty sure they'll bounce out of it. All teams sometimes have a rough start, so we'll just have to wait and see for that one. But I got Bengals, you got Falcons. Let's go ahead. Next game. Let's go Detroit, Dallas. I'll let you take it because, this is your team. Dak is back. Look out for Dak in fantasy. Look out for Jared Goff for Detroit in fantasy. And then with the running backs, of course, Zeke and Tony, those guys are going to get their work in. And then, Jamal Adams for Detroit. I like Jamal Adams with Detroit. So look out there as well. But go ahead, Mike.
Well, not too much from what I said previously, but I think, obviously the Lions, they've showed they can score points. So I think they could keep up in that department, but they also have shown they can't stop anybody on defense. So
yeah,
I don't know what you're going to get offensively with Dak. If they want to continue to have the success they had with Cooper Rush, I think they need to have the same type of offensive game plan where don't try to do too much. Because sometimes that is Dak's big issue. That he does try to do too much, but I don't think he has to do that anymore. Just go to that. Like you said, you just mentioned with Tony Pollard and Zeke being those guys that you were talking about with fantasy. That's their game. Is get the running game going. You got one of the best running back rooms in the league. Use it, and then that opens everything up. So I think they need to stop. Not be too aggressive with play calling, but also take chance when you have to. But this Lions team, like I said, I think they can hang around point wise for a little bit of a good part of the game, but defensively they can't stop anybody. So I think they're better than the 1-4 record though. But
I think so too. I think they are better than that 1-4 record. They've had a lot of close games. Mike, first game of the season, they lost by 3 to the Eagles,
and it was a shootout.
It was a shootout in that game, and then they beat the Commanders, lost a close one to Vikings, 28-24, lost a close one to the Seahawks, 48-45, and then they did get killed by the Patriots, 29-0. But they should be sitting at like 4-1 right now. They've had some close games,
and that was the same story with them last year. That they got games close, they just couldn't close them out.
I know it's frustrating for them too. It really is. But let's go receivers here. Definitely CeeDee Lamb. And here's a guy I think is so underrated, and I think it's mostly because he's on Detroit. But Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mike. I've been watching clips of this guy. The dude's a playmaker.
Yeah.
I like watching him. Not a lot of people. Detroit fans know his name, but not a lot of other people are like, "Oh yeah, St. Brown. Look at him!" Like he's so underrated. He's one of the most underrated receivers in the league. He really is. So look for him to go off.
Yeah.
And then, other guys for Dallas. Michael Gallup.
I was just gonna say Gallup. He's a guy that I'd probably, if you're playing fantasy, I'd probably put in your lineup.
Oh yeah, Josh Reynolds for Detroit. There's another guy that I didn't even know his name. I'm looking at the projections right here. I don't know that guy, but we both got Cowboys in this game, so that's pretty quick there. We don't have too much argument. We're taking the same team, but let's go ahead next game here for about 11 minutes through. We started on time this week, which is. But let's go ahead here. Next game, we got what's on here? I don't know. Like, pick a game.
Let's go. How about the Giants and Jaguars?
Giants and Jaguars. I have Giants. You have the Jaguars in this one, actually. Okay.
They're actually favored in this game, believe it or not.
The Jaguars?
Got 3 points.
Oh, jeez.
At home, and I think that's kind of, if you're a Giants fan, you're thinking, oh man, we're 5-1 going into team stadium that they're 2-4.
It's a trap game. That's what it is. It's a trap game. Like, they should be going in like, yeah, they're 2-4. You know, I bet you Dallas does, or I bet you the Giants might lose this. They might.
I think
they can't take them lightly. Trevor Lawrence is definitely better than he was last year.
Yeah, but these last 2 weeks, he's kind of been subpar for his standard. But I think they can maybe get things going, because I don't think he's that type of player anymore. Because I think he's obviously last year rookie year, but I think he's shown improvements this year with a better coach with Doug Peterson. That's one reason why I like the Jaguars too.
I like Christian Kirk for Jacksonville. I loved him last year with Arizona. Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones Jr., Zay Jones. I like those guys. I like Darius Slayton for the Giants too, and I really like Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah,
he's another guy. You're like, who's that? Who is that? You know. So there's another one. Definitely running back. I mean, man, what a bounce back year for Barkley, right?
I love to see it.
Me too, man. I'm like, I don't want to call him a bust, but the past couple of seasons, it's like, okay, what's going on? But you'd have Barkley, Travis Etienne, James Robinson. I do like Matt Breida for the Giants too.
And Daniel Jones has been playing better.
Yeah, he has. So, but obviously your quarterbacks, you know who they are. I mean, Danny Dimes.
He's been playing better.
He has been playing a lot better. Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence. You might see Tyrod Taylor. Never know. But wide receivers, we talked about them. Tight ends. So, where is it? Here we go. But tight ends, Evan Ingram. That's a big guy for Jacksonville. Didn't he play for
his former team? Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Giants. Oh my God, that's something. Daniel Bellinger for the Giants. So look out for those guys. I'd be starting Evan Ingram. He tore it up in New York, and he's going against his former team. I'd be putting him in my lineup.
And I like that pickup for them in the offseason when it happened.
I do too. They had a lot of good pickups, including like Christian Kirk too. So, but let's go ahead and move. I have the Giants. You have the Jaguars. Let's go ahead here. Next game. Let's go Packers Commanders.
Okay.
Packers, they're not looking like the Packers of old here. 3-3. But I still think they're going to win this game because they're playing a team in the Commanders that is just below trash. I hate to put it that way, but Carson Wentz isn't even playing. So they might win.
I think Heineke's starting.
Oh, geez, they're going to win.
I think.
I like Taylor Heineke. So
it's a good story, but the Packers have to win this. They just have to.
Yeah, I know. I've been saying Carson Wentz was a bust ever since he was drafted by the Eagles. So he's just,
Well, last week I was wrong because I didn't think the Jets can go into Lambeau and win, and they did. It's just like you said. I just don't think it's the same. Obviously, it's not the same Packers team. You have a lot of new faces, but in terms of this game, I think a guy I'm looking out for, and I think if you're betting too on stuff outside of fantasy, I think Robert Tonyan. I think play him, and I think over 31.5 receiving yards.
Yeah,
because not only is he one of Aaron Rodgers' most trusted targets, but I think in this game, because the Commanders aren't that good, and I think if he gets some flat, if he sits in the flat, gets a couple yard pass, I think he can get some yards after the catch too. So I think I like the over 31 yards for him.
I like the running backs too, Aaron Jones, and man, I'm really starting to be a big fan of AJ Dillon. I really liked him at Boston College. I watched a lot of the games when he was at Boston College, and I like that he's here with the Packers as well. So Antonio Gibson for Washington too. You have J.D. McKissick as well too. So keep an eye out for those guys. And then your flex positions. I don't know. I bet you're going to get a lot of different people in this game.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of action for them because they're trying to find their stuff offensively too. The Packers still.
Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
So Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry. So
Yeah.
well, we'll have to look out for that. But I mean, I have who did I have? We both. Well, I have the Packers. Do you have the Packers? You
I believe
do.
so.
I'm looking. You do. You did pick the Packers. So, but all right, let's go here. Next game. Ooh, we did Falcons. We did Cowboys. Let's go Colts Titans. They're both
I like this one.
3-2. Another even game. I think I picked the Titans. Mike, you picked the Titans too. We both picked the Titans. So this game's gonna be back and forth. I feel. And Matt Ryan, I don't know. It's just not looking like Matt Ryan from Atlanta, like 5 or 6 years ago. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go too well through the air. I think it's gonna be a run, on the ground type of game. Are they still without Jonathan Taylor?
Let me see. I'm pulling up their injuries right now. So Jonathan Taylor he's not on their injury list, so he must be active for today.
He said we'll be full go on. Well, that's what it says. Full go on Sunday. So look for Jonathan Taylor in this game. Definitely for the Colts, he's going to get a lot of carries. I tell you that. So I like this Colts team. I do, but I mean, you know who the Titans have? They have Derrick Henry. When in doubt, give the ball to Derrick Henry. So look out for him.
That's their offense.
Yeah, that is their offense. So look out for him. Wide receivers in this game. What was it? Michael Pittman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's the guy I'd look at.
Yeah, definitely Michael Pittman. Robert Woods. He's bouncing around Rams, a couple other teams, but I mean he's a good guy to get it to. I like Paris Campbell too for the Colts. So
they have a good skill group. Like I think I said this last week when we were on. I think they have, they kept hearing all offseason that, or even the last couple of years, that like they're a team that you think can make the Super Bowl. They just need a quarterback. I kind of thought, I didn't know if they could do it with Matt Ryan, but I kind of felt better about it than what they had last year with Carson Wentz. But they just can't. They haven't been able to find anything going these first couple weeks.
So did I. So let's go here. Next game. Buccaneers, Panthers. We both got Buccaneers in this one. I don't even have to look at your picks. I don't think you're picking the Panthers. They unloaded everybody. I mean, not everybody, but
they're going to continue to do it.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey is gone to the Niners. We will talk about that. That'll probably be the next game. But, I mean.
Robbie Anderson's gone.
Robbie Anderson was having some problems there.
And DJ Moore might be the next one out.
They said they were going to hang on to DJ Moore and who's that linebacker? I forget his name. But they said they were going to hang on to DJ Moore. They had no intentions of trading DJ Moore. They got an offer for that linebacker. I'm looking.
Well, I think if they get an offer for DJ Moore, how'd he pass it up? They're a rebuilding team. They've just stripped everything down. So if you find a deal, I do it. But they're going to say that
they're foundation members. It was DJ Moore and Brian Burns. They rejected 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns because they thought him and DJ Moore were foundation players that they can cement around. So yeah, you got to keep a couple of them. But I mean,
yeah, for sure.
But
Baker, this game, I think the Bucs got to get their offense going here, man. They've showed the last. Starts the year, and especially last week.
We talk about Tom Brady and his personal life all like the whole show. That we all know that's why he's playing like crap. We do. That's one of the main reasons.
I think you're right, but I don't think it's the only reason.
And he's old.
I don't even know if I care about that because he's shown that he doesn't care about age.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't care about age. There's no retirement.
I think you're right.
There's no retirement in his future either.
Yeah.
So he's gonna keep playing. But, I mean, it's got to be kicking in sooner.
Well, it has to be. But I think the personal stuff, you're right, because there was some stuff they were saying. But as far as on the field, Matt, I think they need to get things going, and especially when they get in the red zone. You saw last week,
Oh, yeah.
They got down the red zone, and they couldn't score. They just settled for field goals.
Nope.
So they haven't, and that was against every team that pretty much they played this so far this year through the first 6 games. They just haven't been able to put it in the end zone, and that's not like them. So I expect them to do it this week against Carolina because, like you said, they pretty much stripped everybody out. So this is a game for them to get it going.
Yeah, it sure is. Projections here. Mike Evans has got to be one of the main guys. Chris Godwin, DJ Moore, we talked about him. I like Russell Gage.
Yeah.
I've been beginning to like him a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll have to look out for Russell Gage. I liked him in that game last week against Pittsburgh. So, but I mean, other guys here definitely with the running backs. Definitely Leonard Fournette is going to get a lot of carries. Chuba Hubbard is going to be the main guy now because McCaffrey's gone. And I don't mind that at all. I think, Chuba Hubbard was going to be the main guy anyways coming in because, I mean, McCaffrey's been hurt. So he's been hurt for a while, on and off. I don't think he's played a full season since his rookie year. So hopefully that can change. I think that's what he needed. I knew a change of scenery. I really think, 5.5 years with this bottom of the barrel type team. So I don't know.
He's in a good situation too.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see that, man.
Well, we might as well go to the 49ers now then.
That's going to be sick, though.
We might as well go to the 49ers now.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Next game. Let's talk about the 49ers and Chiefs. Man, I'm so happy. My Bills are on a bye week this week. But last week, man, we got them. We finally got them in the regular season. I mean, regular season's good, but we got to get them in the playoffs. We got to get them in the playoffs. But I'm sure we'll talk more about that going down the line. But Niners, Chiefs, I got the Niners. I picked the 49ers. I think the Niners can pull this off. I really do. Who'd you pick?
I think I picked the Chiefs.
You did pick the Chiefs.
I just like them in a bounce back after. I think last week against the Bills, it was a lower scoring game in the 20s, and I thought, the Bills are good defensively, so they kind of beat them up a little bit. And the 49ers are good defensively too, but I think, if McCaffrey plays, which I think he is, there's some new kinks that have to work out.
He will make his debut 3 days after getting traded. He's making it.
And that's my question: is how's it going to look with him? Is there going to be any kinks? Any slow things trying to get things started with him in the backfield? But I think I like the Chiefs on the road in this one.
All right, I do have to say, man, I like that red 23. I think that looks.
It does look nice.
That looks sick. The practice jersey looked cool. Just wait till you see him in full uniform with the gold pants. Yep. Oh man, and the helmet, dude. This is gonna be sick. You got Jimmy G, which I think Jimmy G should be the main guy forever, not Trey Lance. But wait till you see what they do. If they make another playoff push like they did last year, beating Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, what they lost pretty close to the Super Bowl.
To the Rams.
Yeah, in the NFC Championship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he gets you back there and you start Trey Lance over that's very iffy. It really is.
It's a weird situation.
It's stupid. That's what it is. I don't want to swear. So, but this should be a very back and forth game. Obviously, I mean it's going to be for fantasy football definitely. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are going to be those big guys.
Of course.
I can't stand them. I just can't. Josh made the intro here, and then it's a huge face of Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, dude, we're gonna have to have them change that. Put Josh Allen up there, and put a Dallas Cowboy up there too.
Kenny Pickett, you're a Steeler fan.
Yeah, and put T.J. Watt in there too.
Yeah.
Get Nick Chubb out of here.
I do like Nick Chubb, though.
I do like Nick Chubb. I do. But this one should be good, though. I got 49ers. Well, we're moving quickly here. 5 minutes left in the show. But Niners over the Chiefs. I got it. You got it going the other way. But let's go here. Let's fly through here. Let's go Jets, Broncos. And then we'll go Browns, Ravens real quick. So Jets. I like the way they've been playing. Broncos, they don't even have Russell Wilson. They're not going to do anything. I think the Jets will continue the rule. I do have the Jets. We both have the Jets. Jets are looking like the old Jets. So I like these Jets. I like Zach Wilson. Look for him to put up some points. Broncos, definitely Jerry Jeudy, and they're thinking about trading him. So We
This team's having some issues, man.
Yeah, they are. So, couple guys there. I like Breece Hall, man. Breece Hall is sick.
He's as advertised. Good rookie.
Oh, man. He's awesome. Let's go Browns here. I got the Browns. I think I did pick the Browns. And you picked – who'd you pick?
Ravens.
You did pick the Ravens. The Ravens probably will win this game, but I just didn't want to pick them. Definitely look out for Lamar Jackson.
You don't like either team here. They're both your rival.
I know, but I'd rather have the Browns over the Ravens. But look out for Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and then for the Browns, definitely Nick Chubb. And, Jacoby Brissett maybe. Look out for those guys. But let's go here next game. Texans-Raiders. I feel bad for both of these teams, especially Raiders. Raiders were supposed to be really good this year. They had all those offseason transactions, bring in Devontae Adams, bring in Chandler Jones from the Cardinals, match him up with Max Crosby. I thought this team was going to be sick. I really did. And they haven't been looking at all. Devontae Adams is in trouble, pushing over a photographer and stuff like that. He's in trouble. I don't know. This is going to be a horrible game.
They always have issues, the Raiders.
They do.
Off-field stuff.
Definitely look out for Adams to get some fantasy points. But for the Texans, I don't know. Throw a name
Not
out.
much on that side.
I don't know too much. I don't know anybody on their team. But
yeah.
Davis Mills. There we go.
I don't know if anybody has him on fantasy, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think that is a big problem. Let's go to your next game. Seahawks-Chargers. I got the Chargers, and you have the Chargers as well. That team's loaded. 4-2. They're looking good. Seahawks, surprisingly, at 500. I like it. I do.
Better record than the Broncos.
Yeah, better record than the Broncos. Old Gino's slinging it pretty good. And so we'll have to keep an eye out for them during the season. Hopefully they can finish above 500. But Chargers, man, they're cruising a little. So look out for definitely Mike, help me out.
Well, I was going to
go ahead.
Mike Williams?
Yep, Mike Williams is sick.
On Chargers. If people out there like betting player prop bets, I do like Gerald Everett to go over 36.5 yards receiving. Yeah,
I do like that. But one more game here. We got Steelers, Dolphins. We both got Pittsburgh in here. Pittsburgh's on the up and up. I truly believe that they're on the up and up a little bit. Pickett is expected to play yet. I think so. Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's in there tonight. Yeah.
I'm happy Trubisky came in and got the job done last week. He came in and looked good. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But I always say that's my main phrase. We gotta wait and see. You can't really make it.
That's what it comes down to.
True. You get this watch.
Yeah.
Dolphins are falling apart after that big Bills win. I wish I was mad about severely, but they haven't looked the same. They haven't. So it's quite due to their quarterback situation.
Right.
Not even they don't even have their backup in the old Viking.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Skylar Thompson in there. I believe he's getting to go again this week. I gotta find Tyreek Hill. Gotta find Jalen Waddle. Gotta find our guy Gesicki too. Get him going.
Yep.
Pittsburgh. Definitely get Najee Harris rolling. So, but that should be good too. And man, Chase Claypool's sick. Feed him the ball. He's hungry. Get Johnson going too. But a lot of great games here today. But unfortunately, we're out of time here on the show. Here, I've been Matt Morrison here with Mike Wolfgang. Hey, everybody, come in and tune in here. I saw we only had 2 viewers. It bounced from 1 to 2. Hopefully, we can switch that up within the next couple weeks. But it should be a pretty good one next week, too. We'll come back here. We'll have more NFL games for you to talk about, more fantasy picks. I've been posting stuff on TikTok, and Mike, you're going to be doing Twitter. So, and look out for Josh Reagan as well, posting stuff on the Reagan's Corners page as well. But everybody have a good day. Enjoy football, everybody. So we'll see you next week.